So Johnny, I have to crop you out because let me crop. I have to crop her out, guys. This is too much. God. And what else? So I still think this is kind of Mustafa. Look at it, Bulotunkunto, Unko Kumola Jande, and Temang, like, look at it, like Mustafa. What did you just write? Is that my name? Oh God. Please, Unko Kumo Dukarote. Hey, Juma Mubarak Sariang, Juma Mubarak Sariang. Thank you, Kemo, Samate, and welcome, guys. Welcome you all to Kerr Fatou Fridays. It's afternoon already. It's evening, so we were just waiting for the game to be over because I know a lot of us, including myself, watching the game. And tell me if my sound is okay. Tell me if the... I want to sit this side. I want to crop my grandmother out. So I think this is good. Let me position my light. So yeah, I want to... Oh, why am I need to do some. All right. Thank you, guys. This way. I'm trying to be trying to crop my grandmother. She's troublesome. Of course, yet. My headroom. The headroom. So I think this is good now. All right. Thank you, guys, and welcome to Kerr Fatou Fridays. It's another Friday and another show just to discuss. So today we are going to discuss the show we had last night, and we talked about the reshuffle, what happened, and then we'll look at the show. We talk about everybody's opinion, and then we will also talk about what happened during the week. Of course, so many issues happened. We will talk about my interview with Boo, the APRC guy, Boo Jaju. We will talk about the interview. Also, the reaction I got from the other guys, because I just wanted to make that clear, because they definitely believe that some of the things he was saying they did not agree with. So we're going to talk about all of that, and then and Mama Linger Sar will also be here. So yesterday we don't mention Boo, please. Kekendo, why? Why not mention him? I mean, at the end of the day, it was a great interview. He spoke about what he believed in, and I think everybody should be given the chance to freely speak about their mind and say what they believe in. So I don't think that's a big deal. So we will discuss about that. And then I'll bring 1 or 2 people in. Mama Lingersar will come for half an hour. And then from there, I'll bring 1 or 2 people just to talk about issues, nothing else. Let's not be distracted. Let's get focused and talk about issues. There are a lot of things that we can discuss, especially what happened. We're still looking at the reshuffle. First and foremost, I want to apologize to the people of Atlanta. I was supposed to be at the July 4th. Just give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. Copy link. Give me 1 second. Just 1 second. 1 second, guys. So yes, follow. I want to apologize to the people of Atlanta. I was supposed to be at the July 4th, to work with the team. Mr. Kebe and his executive invited us for the July 4th. Due to the time schedule, we were not able to mobilize the whole team. So I was going to go yesterday, but so many other issues we're working on right now, so it's really tight. But I'm really sorry last Friday I thought I was definitely going to make it, and I made an announcement here. Actually, everything was ready, but I just think there are so many pressing issues down here to take care of. So I'm not able to go to Atlanta, but I'll make it up to Ajara. I'll be visiting very soon, and I'll come to Atlanta to do some special programs. And then what we will also do is the coverages that you guys do, we will work on them and just bring it on our platform, just to showcase the beautiful things and the important things that this association is doing. So we want to say we're definitely deeply sorry about not attending the July 4th this year. But we will work with your production team to make sure your productions, we cover them. We get the material, work on them, and work on them. Some people make me laugh, and the production team, and work on them and just get it, get it on the platform. So yes, so if you're around North Carolina, if you're around Georgia, Washington, I think you know where the place to be today, tomorrow, and Sunday is Atlanta. July 4th is the biggest event in the Gambian diaspora. It's one of the biggest, of course. So if you want to have some stuff, go do your. Oh no. people are so interesting. So people are so interesting. So yeah, so definitely. So if you're around North Carolina, if you're around Georgia, just make sure you go visit how do you call it? Go visit Atlanta July 4th event. So nothing and nobody stopped us from traveling out. We have so many shows coming on. We have a lot of issues that we're working on. I showed you today the new studio. We have a new show coming on. So when we premiere some of these shows, I want to be here because you know, these are concepts that we developed. So when we premiere them, especially the brunch that is coming, I want to make sure I am here when these shows are premiered. So because it's very important. It's very important that we are around when some of these, if you're doing a major thing, you want to be around to make sure it's rolled out properly. So that was the main reason. And of course, the Atlanta people also knew. Actually, basically what happened was to my camera crew, you guys know there's no visa officer, there's no consular at the American embassy. So the other people, the rest of the team who doesn't have the visas ready would need a travel visa, and there's no consular at the American embassy. So we don't want to travel without a camera crew. We just cannot go, myself and the others. The others have their traveling visas ready, but the rest of the crew did not, so didn't need to reapply. So this is why we did not travel. Nothing and no one else did not stop us. So going forward, yesterday we talked about the reshuffle. It was a great show because we had Said Mati Jau, and we had Nima. Nima is a beautiful young lady. She's a lecturer at the University of the Gambia, and the show was so good. And the conversation was very mature because what we did was to look at the appointments and the different sectors and have another perspective different from us. So it was great to have refreshing young people talk about these issues. I think one of the important issues that we spoke about was the youth empowerment, the women empowerment. So one thing I want to make clear here, I think on the show I said, what did I say? I think I said Henry Gomez was the advisor. What did I say? Henry Gomez was the advisor to youth advisor. So I was told yesterday I had a text from somebody from the Office of the President to just let me know Henry is not a youth advisor. Henry is just an advisor to the president. So Henry is not youth advisor, but advisor to the president. So I just want to make that clarification here. So the show was all about appointments, the people that were appointed. We looked at the vice presidency, Honorable Dabo. We looked at the agriculture. We looked at the Mamburijai finance. These are key sectors. We also talked about people that are in the former government. So I think this is something that is very important. A lot of people will say, "Oh no, people worked with the former government. They should not be giving positions in this government." That was one thing we argued about yesterday. Somebody like Nyang believed that people should not be given the same yardsticks. If someone was working with the former government, but they have not stolen our money, they have not killed anybody, they have not done anything that is a gross violation of human rights to people, just because they worked for the former government doesn't mean they should be stopped from working for this government. So this was one thing that we had a conversation with. But some other people believe that even if they did not do that, just because they enabled Jammeh, they should not be in the government. But that one thing for me, what I thought was people were not working for Jammeh. I think people were working for the Gambia government. So saying that because they worked for the former government, they should not have appointments in this government is something that we all need to look at, because we might be missing out a lot if we want to look at the appointments in that angle. Because there are definitely people who are in the system, they are technocrats. For example, if you want to say everybody that worked for the former government should not be in this government, what about the people that has institutional memories, especially permanent secretaries, these are technocrats, these are the people who have been working in this department from level 1 up to this level, and they have institutional memories about these institutions. So if you tell me those people should not be appointed by this new government, what are we doing? Meaning we're throwing everybody that has good memory of those institutions. Yes, we should give chance to new people, but who are they? Who is going to teach them the background of those institutions if we want to get rid of everybody? I think this is something that I want to be the conversation for this evening. Who are the people we should say should not be given chance to work in this government? Because remember, there are some appointments, for example, I always say this, there are some appointments which are not political. For example, protocol officers, like the chief of protocol, these permanent secretaries, these are not political appointments. You go to Senegal, the protocol, the chief of protocol of Senegal, Bruno, like he's old as, I don't know how old he is. But he's been working with all these presidents from Senghor to Abdou Diouf to Ablaye Wade and now to Macky Sall. And he's still in the system. And nobody complains that he's there because he's not a politician. But even though he's worked with all these presidents, that doesn't mean he should not work in the system. So I think these are some of the things that we as Gambians should look at and know that yes, people are working with other people. They have worked with the former government, but they can still also work with this government. As long as they are not being investigated, as long as they are not involved in any gross human rights violations, as long as they are not involved in anything that contradicts the values of good people and stuff like that. But if just because they worked with the former government and we are like, oh, they should not work with this government, that 22 years is not 22 days. It's a long time. And how many people worked for the former government? So I think these are things that we as a community should look at critically. We should not just condemn people just because they worked for other people. We should not condemn people just because they worked with the former government. But we should look at people, we should look at their records. I kept on saying that on the show yesterday. We should look at when we vet people. That's why even in America or in the US, when you look for a job, they do a background check on you. They do a background check. Why do they do a background check on you? It's because they want to know what you did, what's your record, what have you been into, have you had any arrest records, have you got anything that is contradicting to the laws of the country. So these things are important, but we cannot just sit down and say, oh, everybody that worked for the former government should not be given a chance in this government. Like, if we do that, that means we're packing everybody away and just starting fresh. That will not help this government. That will not help us as Gambians. That will not move the country. There are people who have worked. There are people that have worked with the former government. They were just there because they needed to work for their country, but they were in no way enabling Jammeh. In fact, there were some people who were in the system and they were helping to sabotage the system just to get rid of the man. So I think we need to look at people differently, but just because someone worked in the former government, so everybody that worked with the former government should not be empowered. I am one person who believes that people should be given chances. People should be given chances. New people, like the President Jammeh always say before, there are 2.1 million Gambians. I can choose from anybody. I can choose from anybody. I can work with anybody when I get rid of somebody. But that is true, and that I believe in. But in as much as there are some institutions, like I remember when the former managing director of deputy managing director of NAWEC was fired, so many people called for him to come back. The reason why people called for him to come back is because we all believe he has so much memory. He knows the institution. He's been there since he graduated from high school, and he knows the institution. So these are the kind of people you need in all institutions. So if that is the case, why would we want people who have institutional memories? For example, permanent secretaries. These are not political appointments. Permanent secretaries are not political appointments. Permanent secretaries are technocrats. And they know these institutions, and they have good memories about this institution, and they have been in the system. Governments is a continuation. Just because the former government is not here doesn't mean we should start fresh. Government is a continuation. People that worked with the former, for example, permanent secretaries and directors who worked in the former administration. And if you just say, let's get everybody out and get new people, what you're doing is just getting the new people to start fresh. I am one person who believes that that's why I said earlier, people should be looked at, people should be vetted. That is very important. But that's why when you look for a job, they look at your resume and look at what you have done, in the previous years. But just because somebody worked in the former government, we like, okay, they should not work in this government. For me, I think that's a no. I think what we should do, we should look at the level of the way people were operating. For example, I have said this earlier. If someone was involved in killing people, if someone was involved in stealing our meager resources, if someone was involved in human rights violation, if someone was really involved in enabling the former government, those are things that needs to be looked at. But even with some of these issues, some people will still argue, well, it's a hearsay. Have we got any tangible proof? Has the commission proven anything to say yes, these people are guilty already? So it's a whole lot of process, and I also believe that people that are going through commissions, the commission of inquiry should hold on until the commission decides their fate. I am a firm believer of that. But what I don't believe is people that are not under the commission, people that are not being called by the commission, and they are called to serve their country. I think they should be given chances, especially if you have not seen them anywhere near the commission. You have not had them do any violation of human rights. Somebody like me will just say, oh, this person insulted me when we were fighting. This person, just because that happened, should we say this person should not serve the country? These are issues that we all need to look at. I know sometimes we are in our feelings, and a lot happened in 22 years. That's why I think it's important for people to know there should be a lot of healing. We should heal as a community, because we cannot just hold some of these things and keep going with them. A lot happened in 22 years. So many things are happening, and then that's why I am so scared of the TRRC. I have told the chairman of the commission. I said, I don't know what happens, because already Gambians are frustrated. Already Gambians are disturbed by some of the things we're hearing. What happens if the commission comes out? So, these are things that we all need to look at, but we have to be also positive. So this is the conversation today. Like I said, I generally believe we should, everybody should be given chances. Yes, I believe the government should look at people who have who have qualifications and have no record of some of these things that we are talking about. But what I don't believe in, to just disqualify everybody and say, or because this person worked with the former government. Remember, everybody was a victim. Every Gambian was a victim. Every single Gambian was a victim. I mean, the level of being a victim are different. Some are like this and others are like this. But every Gambian was a victim. But just because somebody worked with the former government doesn't mean they did all of these things that are happening. So yes, I am one person who believes people that are in the commission should wait until commission is final before they are hired. I am a firm believer of that. But yes, I still believe that people who worked in the former government should be able to serve, because they were not just working for the president; they were working for Gambia. And I think we should be able to identify who was working for Gambia and who was working for Jammeh. So these are important times. These are important issues, and it's a very important discussion. I think. I'm not you know, I know some, I saw some people who are talking about Mambore. I'm not talking about any particular person, but I know this has been an issue that a lot of people have been saying about other issues. For example, if someone tells me Solbari should be hired, I'll be saying, hell no. You know, because obviously we have heard what is happening, what happened with some of those people. So those are people that any Gambian will not want to encourage to have in the government. But I think Gambians should be able to run. Should be able to serve. Gambians should be able to serve in their country as long as you know, they are capable of running. And one thing, okay, I have to add you. Okay, you have to add me. Okay, let me see if I can add you. So I'm about to bring Mama. Okay, let me add you, Mama. I saw you. If I was about to add Sisla, can you guys believe this? I was so I was going to add Mama Linger. I was about to add Sisla. What happens if I add Sisla on this show? Oh God. So yeah. So Mama Le.
Allo allo.
Mama Le.
Xaaral ma jóg fi ma toog. maa ngi bee naka la fii da
Allemagne.
maa ngi Allemagne.
li nga dox.
non bis ma mag mooy ngénte ëllëg. bii mënu maa ñàkk a ñëw.
Ah, ok. Fii nga war a ñëw ba tey ñëw nga.
ah
ma ne Gambia nga war a ñëw.
non maa ngi ñëw.
gaaw.
Gambia dama ut paas maa ngi ñëw.
Mama tey de xam nga bi ma la doon bëgg a aat kan ges kan laa war a tuuti ma aat kan sirif kii Sisla.
ah
dama la doon bëgg a aat rek tuuti ma aat
Sisla waaw mu ne.
bu ma aadee Sisla fii tey bem toj kaas yi nga moom suma doom bi.
du dem Sisla moom.
Mama dangaa change sa angle caméra bi yaa ngi def ni.
ok baax na léegi.
waaw so Mama conversation bi ma door tey. conversation bi ma door tey.
baax na
sa tooma yaay sa tooma yaayam dugga si na xam nga moom dafa bari ay. impress a bari ay.
dawut coow loolu la ko dee man ko dawuloo coow si benn boor.
dawut yeah so Mama li ma doon wax mooy comme démba si show bi we were talking about appointments.
baalal ma de xaaral ma mute 1 minute rek.
Mama liggéey moom. ok Mama tey yaa ngi si gaay daal ok.
waaw tey maa ngi nii ba Germany maa ngi Hanover.
looy def ni Hanover nag.
suma brother mooy ngénte jabaram.
ok.
so ma ñëw fekkee ngénte bi.
oh wow ok. wow that's nice.
waaw so moo tax ma ñëw nag so fi mu nekk nii mooy loolu waaye maa ngi nuyu ñëpp.
ok.
maa ngi gis ñoom Cecilia. ëllëg nag moom ëllëg Fatou dañoo daaxa England ñu ñibbi fi mu nekk nii. Sweden pare na.
Sweden man nag dégg nga xam nga man British gaa laa nag man nag maa ngi UK man UK laay support.
yii déedéet ëllëg England ñibbi.
yéen Sweden yéen Sweden yéen amu leen team bu baax sax yéen.
daa illa yow de kon yow yëgoo lay xew.
yéen.
Aminata, I can't wait to meet you tomorrow. Aminata Ba, ëllëg mooy nekk the first time ma gis ko.
Oh wow.
Fatou.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nice.
Why? Yeah.
Mama,
but like I was saying, let's get the conversation going. Xam naa ni ñeeng ñoo xaar.
Wow, so li ma doore mooy you discuss about few things. For example,
Anna Sar, I love you.
So I li ma doon bu ma bëggoon ñu dooree tey mooy yëfi ñu doon liggéey si former government bi ne tey anybody koo xam ne dafa liggéeyoon si former government bi waruta nekk si government bi ndax noonu la war a demee ndax waruta am yoon naka la ñoo defee because 22 years maama bari na 22 years am na ñoo xam ne ñooñu depuis bu ñu wàccee ñun si certain department dañu am history dañu am institutional memories of those departments ndax yan yardstick lañ war a use
waaw fanaa the most li ñu bari di wax Fatou mooy ne definitely koo xam ne dañ ko implicate si tooco o koo xam ne dafa bokka definitely si sàcca definitely ñooñu moom waruñoo bokka because we cannot reward thieves boobu moom definitely ba pare man dama foog sax ne definitely a lot of people dañ dee wax ne amuñ choice a lot of people dañ dee wax ne amuñ choice waaye dama feel ne ku nekk da nga am choice because am nga choice pour decide ne yow doo bokka si lii nii understand nga am nga choice am nuñ la ne gannaaw in right te bari waaye koo xam
mama yaa ngi break de xam nga yéen waa Sweden ak yéen waa fii naka la tudda yéen waa Sweden ak yéen waa England seen internet yi lii la internet yi Banjul la
no bi internet yi Germany la de bi internet yi Hanover la xaw ma na lu ko jot waaye fanaa fi mu nekk nii baax na waaye comme li ma doon wax ay fond waaw hello yaa ma dégg
yaa ngi break yaa ngi dégg
unfortunately lii moom waa maa laa dégg léegi
ok go ahead
tey moom internet bay loolu
mama tey sa internet bi xam naa boor bi nga nekkee moo gën a
xaaral ma seet fu connection bi di baaxee waaye like I said dama fone waaw mu ngi on dama fone koo xam ne xëj na dañ ko implicate si ay rey nit ak yooyu moom kooku warta bokk xam nga koo xam ne itamit xëj na sàcca nga alali réew wala whatever yow tamit xam nga foog ñu seet sa ay mbir
waaw
so I think ne it's surtout nag ñu bari ñi am reservation about mooy ñi nga xam ne ñu ngi leen aussi commission bi sign nañ enable nañ because Fatou Touré definitely nga xam ne lii alali réew la nga xam ne Yaya Jammeh li moo def nii rightut at all ba léegi nga continuer di sign di ko def su fekkente da nga ko def benn yoon sax ñu ne mistake nga realize ko nga bàyyi o nga def something else waaye nga continuer di ko enable di def di sign muy jël alali réew mi you know you have to really think about it ndax ñooñu war nañ leen a indiwaat ci government bi ñu ñëwaat ci continuer loolu xam nga mooy sama yoo xam ne definitely nit ñi am nañ reservations about it the fact ne you know not everybody that worked for Yaya Jammeh was bad but at the same time am na ñoo xam ne tamit they were very bad they were doing very bad stuff and they were enabling him to steal
waaw non tey moom tey moom internet bi dafa mama sa internet bi tey
hello
yaa ma dégg
waaw ma ne commission bi rek yiñ fee dégga fi mu nekk nii Fatou Touré the amount of money that was stolen from ordinary Gambian taxpayers xam nga it's not a little amount of money and it could have done a lot in developing the
mama sa God mama sa internet bi So mama moom dafa tey mama internet am bi dafa xaw a santa Cissé but I'm gonna dina seet naka laa ko indee then ma ora ma ut ma indi keneen but I think liñ doon wax mooy I'm gonna see who else to bring on suñu amee anybody ku add ma then I'll bring you on but I think just like Mama lim doon wax that was the same thing li ma doon wax definitely koo xam ne nag gis nañ ne they are heavily implicated si commission bi I think ne definitely ñooñu waroon leen a mun a boole mun nañoo seet yeneen Gambien but man fi maa waxee rek not just fi maa waxee not just comme ñu nga xam ne ñoo nekka si commission ñoo nekka si how do you call it ñoo nekk si commission bi non si c'est la santa Modou Moussa waaye ñi nga xam ne ñi nga xam ne ñoom ñu ngi nekk si commission bi nekkuñ si commission bi te ñu ngi liggéey ñu ngi yàggaa liggéey si nguur gi buñ ne ñooñu yëpp kuñ xaya rek koo xam ne sa nekkul si commission bi just because liggéey na te koo xam ne la nit ñi xamee nañ ko lu bari I think some of those things tam loolu laa doon wax ne war nañ koo seet not just because nit ki mu ngi liggéey ak yaaya but mu ngi loon liggéeyal Gambia because 22 years du 22 days so I think loolu am na solo and also bëgg naa discuss suma interview bi ak kii naka la tudda yeah so I think loolu is important because liñ gis ni nit ñi di wax ne just because diw liggéey na si government Yaya Jammeh warut a bokk si government bi xam nga loolu tam nag 22 years dafa bari so yow man Zion yow duma la indi suma aleel yow duma la indi maa bañ so seriously I think these are things yoo xam ne ñun ñëpp as citizens war nañ see waxtaan ñu baaxee wante xel because just because nit ki liggéey na dégg la am na ñoo xam ne nag definitely kenn du ko alaaw kenn du ko seetaan sax xam naa ne nguur gi sax duñ def loolu pour indi certain people ñu liggéey si nguur gi waat war nañoo mën a seet kan ak kan la ñoo indi but you can't see me. Who said they cannot see me? God, somebody said they cannot see me. You cannot see me? Somebody said they can't see me. Can you guys see me? Can you guys see me? Hello? We can't. God, what's going on? So what is going on? Okay, I'm not kuma on we can't see you. What does that mean? Gisulen ma? Whoa, what's going on? I can't either. I can see you. Yeah, it's true. Oh no. Oh, okay. What's going on? So let me. Oops. Okay.